right, here we are, live on the YouTubes. Starting off here, we got the Dow US 30. Beautiful Tuesday morning. We're live on the Discord, live on Zoom for some people. We're going to look at the trade that we weren't able to capitalize on this morning, live. I'll be live every day this week, I think. I'll be scheduling them more at night, being more organized. 2nd AM macro only for YouTube. I may extend it into a bit further if there's a continuation model trade. So I want to walk you through this trade that we didn't get into, but it was, the logic behind it. So these two top red lines here on the top, here on the bottom, daily previous high, daily previous low. I should probably write that in. Not everyone understands my color coding. Okay. Daily previous low. Now we had this push up from this, you see this bullish gap right in here where my cursor is going around here. We had a push up from the bullish gap, right? Came up, took stops, faked out the sell, took it again, came down, redistribution sweep right here this morning. So we had our high time frame fair value gap bias method right here. So we were quite bullish on it, as you can see at that time. We probably have to change this. The micro trends, however, are still somewhat down. If it starts trading above this 200 EMA here that I got drawn in, it's the 30-minute, right? So then we'll call the trend flip. In between the two red lines, this is my biggest, I'm sorry guys, my biggest thing I do, like this is my bread and butter, is this daily previous low, daily previous high. So this is yesterday's candle, correct? This is 50% of it right here. This is where smart money wants to buy. So the chances now of the trends flipping are very high, right? So because smart money uses the concept, smart money concepts are a concept. When you hear people on YouTube or people on Instagram saying it doesn't work and all this shit, it's because they don't understand that it's a concept, like this premium discount thing. It's a strategy that people build in behind it, so they can tell you all they want about back testing it or whatever they want. It doesn't matter if they don't have a strategy attached to it, right? And yes, smart money concepts are 100%, and they do work 100%, and I show it over, over, and over again. I'm going to just turn my levels down a little bit here on my mic. See if that's a little bit better. Maybe it's my computer itself. Little volume switch here. Yeah. That better? I've had some major anybody out there, Ninja Trader just keeps freezing, not freezing, sorry, but delaying over and over again this morning. What a pain in the ass. I would have lost the trade. So going back to the explanation here, guys, trends are down, and I think they're going to flip up. So what we're going to do is wait. I'll show you where I couldn't get in. So we have this redistribution here, comes down, sweeps it. We have a 4-hour bullish gap inside of the pool of liquidity. The black line is the pool of liquidity. We came in deep, grabbed all the buy stops. We're below the daily 50% where smart money wants to buy. So on the 1 minute, there's some juicy highs here that are equal, kind of. They want to just entice you to get in here. I'm not interested, even if it does reverse here. I'm interested in this high up here. And this, you see the draw on liquidity for today is probably this daily fair value gap is bearish, sitting right in the daily previous high. It's right here. That's probably the magnet. Could it come up and take these equal highs in the 1 minute and then come back down? All very possible. Just not interested in taking reversals anywhere in here. Now, the trends are down, and like you can use minor buy side liquidity like this right in here. If this was like a 1 hour gap or something higher than a 15-minute, then I would be interested. Let's go see how price is reacting off where we couldn't get in. Okay, so here's the sweep of liquidity here on the black line, and of course it puts out a fair value gap right here that's insignificant right here. Like that doesn't do anything, doesn't displace, decides to displace, leaves a 5-minute bullish, and then just F's off, right? All the way up into here. It does not take these equal highs up here out. Potential sell area. I just would like to see, we'll see how price reacts off it actually, because the trends are down, but I believe they're going to flip today. And it's just because the only reason why I'm not interested in these highs, there's more highs up here in the time frame. The fair value gap isn't strong enough. 15-minute isn't enough. Need 1 hour minimum for minor sell side buy side liquidity. I don't always need a fair value gap attached to it either, but like it's not an extreme, right? These are just lower lows. See, it's just there's not enough in there for me. So here's the start of the macro here. So I basically am looking at this as an entry down here. But because we're delayed like this, I want to see how price reacts off this bullish gap first, and then maybe take it off the 50. Right? So if we turned on our EMAs here. But it's just that like price is already gone past the high here. I don't trust this entry anymore. It's a fresh macro. I like fresh sweeps, fresh displacement. I don't like it coming back to fair value in another macro for the unicorn model. Right? So it can come down, see if it respects it. Then maybe we take a kill shot, which is the extension of the unicorn model here, the cross of the EMAs here inside the macro. But we'll see where it wants to go first. Might never come back to this. So for me to want to get into a sell off these equal highs here, it'd be a short target, like because like this is the, I believe, and I'm quite sure this is the expansion leg now, right? You can tell, like, look at that sheer volume in here. The other thing too is like measure your candles today. The candles are huge. Like this candle right here, just one candle, looks like a small little candle, 37 points, one candle, right? This down candle here, you know, 64 point candle. So the other thing too, I had a hard time getting in off any of this. It's a lot of volume. Now, you can tell that this is like something's going on with the CPI numbers from last week and the Iran war, Trump tweeting, and like you can see it looked like it wanted to go to an objective, then it just stops and then starts to consolidate. Right? Perhaps they hung some buyers up right in here, see? They want to come back and rain on their parade, I call it. Come back into here, we'll see. But like I said, this gap alone, it had to come back in the macro. See, it came close here, right? Had to come back in the macro itself. I would have taken it. I couldn't even get my stop loss down here. I couldn't even get it down to here. It was 85 points. Like it's crazy. So let's see how price reacts off here. Okay. Like I said, we won't enter up here. I want to see how it reacts. We'll probably take it either when it closes over the 50 and or puts a kill shot out in macro. kill shot would be counter trend. However, I accept the counter trend kill shot if it's an extension from a unicorn model, which this technically is. The reason why is the odds and probability of wanting to come back down here, stopping everybody out, are high as well. Fresh macro. Gap starts right here and it goes right to there, right? So now, because it's a fresh macro, I'm no longer interested in that gap itself. So we're gonna look for would be second confirmation on that, just because this the second macro, a fresh macro rather. So anybody who caught the buy right here, just about to get wiped out as they FOMO'd in. I thought about it right here, and I was like, no, not with this sitting right here. Not on a day like today. You guys get, Sean, did you get your charts today? Is your NinjaTrader working okay? Put in the chat. Mine just keeps like delaying. It's horrific. Second day in macro, live on YouTube. We don't catch any trades in this macro. We're gonna go to the Discord and do a macro there. I trade the first 3 a.m. macros. So anybody who needs a link, go to my Discord. If you're new to my YouTube channel, you see the Discord link inside my YouTube channel. Click on it, you go over, you ask me in the message, and I'll send you the link. Otherwise, I'll put the Zoom link the Zoom link in my Discord for everybody else. All right, people are getting stopped out here. I got in on this bullshit gap right here. If you look, okay, these equal highs up here, these 2 equal highs, relative equal triple highs here, right? Doesn't look like it's far away. Check this out. If we were to get in off this red line right here, which I'm not, because it's just, it's like 230 points alone. Now here we have a stop out of the low here, but it's not enough to get in. We have 5-minute bullish gap sitting right here. It ends right here. So let price seek the bullish gap in here. See how it reacts off here. We'll either take it across at the 50-20, or we can get some nice displacement in the proper entry when it closes back over the 50 again. Hopefully 50 is down a little lower when that happens. I do anticipate price going higher than here anyways. So partial there maybe. So we've left the bearish gap right here, trading in there's a 5-minute bearish gap here. We have a good bias today, bullish bias, fair value gap bias, order flow, fair value gap order flow, saying that it's bullish today. Like I said, I don't like to do predictions, but I predict the trends will flip today. And if I'm completely wrong, well, then it's going to come down and take the buyers out down here. If it does that, then it's going to the daily previous low, not the daily previous high today. So we're split between the two, right? Just wants to come up with the bearish gap here in the 5 minute. Nice and boring, just the way I like it, eh? Who said trading's supposed to be exciting? All right. We don't have a red folder today either. Tuesday, no red folder. You have this huge, insane push up just to do this. Catch a few buyers in here. I think this made a lot of people excited right here. Like they were gonna like, I guess if you had an options trade, which is new to me, going here, you would have got pretty excited down here off the sweep, and then it just did this. So this is delaying the time for sure. 8 o'clock, you'd probably want to pull out soon. See how it reacts off these tops in another hour. We're going to be going through those strategies soon too. But you can see, definitely here, stop hunted these lows here, right there. Got the FOMO buyers in here, just raining on their parade. No way their stop loss is any bigger than that. Let's look at the size of it. Take from the bullish gap up here all the way down. It's like 97 points alone just in that. So their stop loss was sitting here. It's got tagged. We're seeking 5 minute bearish gap in here. See how price reacts off it. I have no clue. See it? Draw it in, I guess. It's not perfect. Good enough. See. So we just inverted that bearish gap. We displaced over this little mitigation block with a weak sweep right here. So technically I do have a sweep of liquidity right here. We have a redistribution sweep. We took out some stops right here. I may be interested in the kill shot, even though I just said that I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. It does line up with the model. The daily 50% menial is my, but we're going to go in at half risk because if it decides to come back down into here, which I have a feeling it may, we're not going to be happy about it. Now price is just shooting off here and the cross hasn't come out yet, but let's start lining up a GAN box here in a bit once the cross happens. So we come into a daily bullish gap as well, and we're in a discount. Trends are down, but we seek the daily 50% menial. So this is enough for me to want to get into a buy. It's leaving this on the table, this 5-minute bearish gap, bullish gap, sorry, which is fine by me. We have to shoot our shot, so I'm going to take, when this comes out, unless it goes and takes the highs right now, of course, right? I may be looking for a buy. The cross is almost out, so get your GAN box ready. Well, I'll use the Fibonacci retracement. We're going to use the last anchored low on this one. That's kind of where I wanted to enter there. Just still my entry. But I guess we anchor that as a new short-term low. Just killing it day after day. Cross hasn't come out yet. Anchored a new low inside this bullish gap here now, see? So this would be the new short-term low. Short-term low. Life would just be so much easier if it came down in this bullish gap here that's hanging over me. Ooh, the cross is close. All right. Cross is about to happen. I'm going to anchor the short-term low here to the current price. Just ride it like that. Cross isn't quite out yet. Okay. Cross is still not out. We've anchored an order block now, which is nice, right? So that's where your stop loss would be. I have my risk calculator beside me with all the appropriate stop loss sizes to your leverage. I'll be risking only $150 on this trade because I have a feeling it's going down to that red line there, but I'll take a hit at half leverage, no problem. Kill shot has come out now. So that bullish gap below us is quite juicy. I'm going to measure real quick. Came into that gap. It's not a gap yet. You would have a 27-point stop loss. So I'd go probably 28 to 30. Don't come in now. Stay there. We're going to buy right inside that gap. 9 contracts, I believe. And we're in. Did I choose the wrong lot size? Kind of did. Well, let's get our target up on these equal highs up here. So we'll use like that high there to be safe. Is it gonna stop hunt the short-term low there? Be a you-know-what? Probably. So I got in for 9 contracts, so I'm allowed a 45-point stop. One. Probably good enough. Measure a 32-point stop. We're not even risking $150. Right, 9 points is 45. 45 point stop is 9 contracts for 150. I had to think too quick there. There we go, that's good enough. So if we get stopped out here, we look for it to respect this gap here, and then we'll go look for another kill shot or cross the EMAs. When it closes over that red line, short-term high, I'm going to move my stop to short-term low outside of the gap though. So just slightly outside of the gap. So we went in like less than $150 risk because I'm taking a chance on it coming back down to this red line, like I just said. But if it wants to go from here, you don't lose the trade, you don't miss the trade, then it's valid. We also have displacement here over the short-term high. Very weak sweep, albeit. We are within the model. We have a redistribution sweep, 50% menial. We're in the discount. We're ready to roll. We inverted a 5-minute gap. Okay, so we created another 5-minute bullish. Want to make sure our stop loss is not in the way of that. Shouldn't be. Let's quickly get over there. Did not see that. Oh yeah, we're okay. Oh, no, we're not okay. See that? Okay, we're in the gap now. If it comes to the lower gap, we're finished. We'll look for a re-entry. Stop it too big. Points. All right, looks like it wants to come to the lower gap. 5-minute bullish gap sitting down in here that I did not see. But you can't get them all. That's why we go half risk, right? Doesn't bother us whatsoever. Price does not want to move today whatsoever. We have this bullish candle here, but I think it's going to stop dead. When you don't, listen, when you don't bet the house there, Instagram kids, you don't care if you get stopped out. You take chances like that. It doesn't even do anything to your account, right? Doesn't matter. So we'll see if we can get closing above that red line. I think price will struggle too, but we'll see. And you can see we've created a new short-term low here. So we're going to just leave our stop loss alone in that case. Definitely not unscathed yet. It's looking like we're going to go exactly where I thought. Came down in this 5-minute bullish gap that appeared when we already got into our entry that we didn't see. So making the stop loss bigger doesn't do anything because it's going to exactly where I said it was going to go. But this is why we half risked it there in case it wanted to take off, right? We inverted the bearish gap, looked like it wanted to go. It didn't, however. This little stop hunt here, like I said, it was super weak, right? And that's exactly what it's going to do. Take them all out again. So if this trade does work out in your favor after it bounces off here, like we said it was going to go, we're buying it at a better price. If our objective is up here, right? Equal highs, where are they? Up here? Probably wouldn't push it past that today. We're getting a better price, so our loss will get absolved, right? We're going to take more target. So sometimes you try to get in places to get in at a lower price. It doesn't work. That's the way trading works. It doesn't work like a right or wrong thing. You can see I called it exactly here. I said that was my exact intuition is what I said. Now if it wants to stop dead there and not touch the line, that's messed up. At this point, I wouldn't even be surprised about the lows, but I have a feeling this breakaway gap. All it did was engineer liquidity here. Never came back to it, so instead of just giving you the buy today, it engineered liquidity here, so buyers got in here, came down, grabbed you. I fell for this one right here, displacement with the kill shot cross. Boom, came down, grabbed you. We're at half risk here because we are aware of this. Definitely, I'll have a hard shut off by 9:15 a.m. I don't usually take the YouTube into this deeper waters here, but we're going to. This move right here off this short-term low right here, this stop on, if you were on a red folder day right here, that would have gone like stink. 100%. But it's just like yesterday. When you see stuff like this happening, you have to tell yourself, this is seeking and destroying today. Obviously, the best entry is this red line, but at this point, you don't know it's going to come take buyers out down here. We're going to wait to see how it reacts. But you can see how this works for people who say that stop hunts aren't real. Sellers didn't push it down here. They did. Very cleverly as well. So we got one more shot. One more kick at the can. We take 2 trades a day only. And we stay true to that. You'll never get liquidated. You won't cry a river on Instagram saying you lost your accounts anymore. Can't.
Take me to the Red Cliffs Hollow, I'll sip me up a drink. Swing your hips like a cowgirl, oh, put them shooters up. Got them stars on your heels and nothing else can matter for now, girl. Rosy on the cheek, you're making me blush. Your whispers follow me home as she leans across. I shake a little salt and pepper, and we'll fall back to yours. Hey, you, what you doing over there? I can see what's on your mind is on mine too. Hey, you, what you doing over there? I can see what's on your mind is on mine too. Everybody's calling it the cab, coming down the hill. Tie me up a little twisted, let's get real. Jump in the bed, get a little naughty, baby. Feel a little tipsy, feel a little tipsy. Fumble for your keys, trying to get the lock, baby. This is where you dance and be all cheeky. Hey, you, what you doing over there? I can see what's on your mind is on mine too. Hey, you, what you doing over there? She got attacked by a pack of dogs. But she said it's okay. I got some wilderness skills beneath my belt. She said she used to be a part of a scout team. They nearly beat her leader one time. But they didn't have enough thread to sew the patches on. She said, you know how you heard about that family that burned down in that house? Well, that was her. She said it was just some hoax that you made up to watch people cry. Yeah, she whispered to me softly. Marinate on that for a while. wanted to die by a river. She wanted the tide to come up and drag her away, so that when she's dreaming, she could watch the tree line fall away. She used to draw rainbow faces in the sand. But the rainbow made the face sad. Had bits of foam coming out the bottom of its mouth. It's kind of funny that way. Got attacked by a pack of dogs, but she said it's okay. I got some wilderness skills beneath my belt. She said she used to be a part of a scout team. They nearly meet her leader one time, but they didn't have enough thread to sew the patches on. She said, you know how you heard about that family that burned down in that house? Well, that was her. She said it was just some hoax that you made up to watch people cry. Yeah, she whispered to me softly. To die by a river. She wanted the tide to come up and drag her away, so that when she's dreaming, she could watch the tree line fall away. She used to draw rainbow faces in the sand. The rainbow made the face sad. Had bits of foam coming out the bottom of its mouth. It's kind of funny that way. What do you want? How I am? Do you need me? Where I stand? Let's go steady.
for it twice again? Probably not. This goes up and wants to put a buy situation out. Are we gonna trust this? Once, took out your lows. Twice, took out the lows. Didn't come into the gap. Does it need to come into the gap? No, price can do whatever the hell it wants to, whenever it wants to. But it might not even, but that's unbelievable. But I guess anybody who had pending orders right there on that red line didn't get filled. So that's the C word when the market does that. If you all know what I mean by the C word, but that's just the way markets work. We're not going to fall for it. We're not going to try to get in on this and have it, what I said the first time was going to happen is going to come into here, right? We have, so anybody who's new on the call, here we go. We're in a discount where smart money buys. We have a run up here, daily previous high. We come down, we have a redistribution sweep. Redistribution sweep occurred in a 4-hour bullish gap, 1-hour bullish gap, 4-hour daily bullish gap, 15-minute bullish gap. We're bullish, right? The trends, micro trends are slightly down. However, we've seeked the daily 50% menial where smart money once again buys. So whether or not we get into this trade or not, we'll see. It has to give us what we want first. So like these candles alone, okay, like from short-term high to short-term low, it's like 82-point moves to short-term highs and lows. So if you're looking for a quick scalp and you're getting 50 points on something, you would have needed at least 80 points to 60-point stop losses. You're only getting a 1-to-1, right? We don't randomly put stop losses at 25 points. We put stop losses in logical places like above short-term highs, short-term lows, where it's protected algorithmically. Right? To do a random 25-point stop and random 50-point TPs is random trading. So there's no 50-point. The smallest stop we would have got today would have been 45 points, but we got just slightly knocked out of this one at a 45-point stop loss. It right here hunted the short-term low. We're trading in this 5-minute bearish gap here. Looks like we may respect it. Once again, we're just looking to see how price reacts off the displacement gap here, which albeit is weak because it didn't actually displace right over the breaker here. It stopped dead over here, if I can show you. Stopped dead, and then it displaced. Left the 5-minute bullish. Series of fake outs for the buy. It's one of those days where the algorithm is not working on your side. It is working in favor of stopping out, taking all the orders over and over again before it finally wants to make the expansion move into the premium again up here. So if I cut this feed for educational purposes, go back and see what it does today. Again, it's not so much about predicting the markets, it's about taking high probable trades with the right appropriate leverage. This one here, we knew that price wanted to come back down into here, but we took a chance and went half leverage, right? So we get one more, as we start the third AM macro here, we'll get one more kick at the can. No red folder news today, so it looks like if I don't get a trade by this red line here, 9:15, I'll be walking away with just a 0.5 R multiple loss, which is nothing. And then I'll probably look for a trade on gold in Asia. price is really held up in this 5-minute bearish gap here. You can tell it's not tap and go algorithmic. It doesn't tap and move, you know. So a lot of these days is high frequency trading going on in here. So it's just like, it's just seeking and destroying every short-term high and every short-term low. So yeah, not much you can do about it. Price action yesterday was horrible as well, but we caught a nice little gold trade last night in Asia to make up for it. Once again, if price does take off, we don't care. We're not going to get into a buy now after what happened to us when we said it was going to come here. If it does just take off, that is because people have pending orders right here and they don't want you to get in. That would be the only reason why. However, if we fell for it and it did come back, how stupid would we feel then after we called it there? Question is, are we going to reject off this order block? Bearish order block? High probability order block? Sweeps liquidity to the left? Very following candle is a bearish gap. High probability order block. So again, we're not looking to necessarily predict the market. It's nice to know how the markets work exactly. However, we're not going to do predictions. We want to see how price reacts off things. We're going to match our mechanical edge, our exact mechanical edge. Whether the mechanical edge works out or not, it does not matter. As long as you backtest your mechanical edge every week, every day, I don't care how you do it, you can see the mechanical edge works to a T, and then we execute our mechanical edge perfectly. Did we execute our mechanical edge in here perfectly? Absolutely not. That's why we went half risk. It's a B+ setup. Maybe B-. May run out of time. 8:52 to 9:15. Well, anything's possible, I guess, with the US 30. What I'll do is I'll make a trade recap about what happened here. If I shut the feed down, once 9:15 rolls around, I won't be looking for any more buys today. However, one thing I will do is, because of the war in Iran, we have some good Asian action, Asian price action. In the Asia session, Tokyo, 5 p.m., 3 p.m. Pacific, but Tokyo opens at 5 p.m. And if I see a redistribution sweep of the redistribution sweep, then I'll look for a buy in Asia. However, if we miss this and it wants to take off, the objective is the daily fair value gap up here, daily previous high, or this high here. It's looking like it's running out of time right now. Like, without a red folder, sometimes you don't have the volatility engine to drive the market. And what it wants to do is, like yesterday, unfortunately, it's just doing it 2 days in a row, is it's seeking and destroying off here, picking out buyers. Now, at some point, all the sellers in here are going to get taken out. So, just a matter of when. Not seek and destroy where it takes both sides. Definitely have an alert set on gold. I don't know when it's going to go off, but gold's been pretty sweet lately. I might do a YouTube call actually. I'm gonna schedule it though, and we're gonna go over this strategy I have on gold. It's in the Tokyo session, 5 p.m. Asia. It's great. It's a great time to trade too. Price is so smooth. You don't see shit like this, right? I do periodically check the NASDAQ, for sure. However, I don't like to too much because it likes to psych me out about what direction it's going. But here we go. Rejection off the order block. I drew it in and look what happened. Got rejected. What are we going to do? We're going to come take buyers out more time. Come into this 5-minute bullish gap. If there's a red folder, news, I extend my trading by an hour after 9:15. Today, we don't have red folder news, unless someone knows if Trump's tweeting today. Maybe he is. I should check into that actually. Bryce taking his time about this. I don't know. Doesn't looks like time is running out for us. So there was a 5-minute gap in here when we got into this buy right here. The bullish gap sat right here and I didn't see it. There was 2 of them. So I got into the trade and it came back for it. And Didn't matter, it stopped hunt at the lows anyways here. But I wouldn't have got into that trade if I would have saw the 5-minute gap up here. Because the rule is you have to have your stop loss absorbing all the fair value gaps, right? Can't leave any in the way of your stop loss ever. So if there's too many fair value gaps, it's too big, then you don't put a stop in. You don't take the trade. Invalid stop placement, that's called. You never randomly put a stop loss at like 25, 30 points, like just say that's my stop loss size. It's not the way the markets work. They don't care like what your stop loss size is, right? Like look at the sheer volume of these candles. 25 stop, it's arbitrary. These are 34-point stop candles, right? 50-point target is arbitrary. We target the highs and lows of structure. Logical target as well. Now, I used to be super tempted to trade past this red line because you kind of start feeling like a trade is brewing, like how I call that's going to come to here. Oh, it's going to come to here, and I'm like, oh, you're going to miss out, right? Like, not really. Like, I'm not saying all the time, but I have a lot of data on this. Like, I'm an insane back tester. I have data for everything that I'm interested in. And what I notice is that's what you think it's going to do. But with the lack of volatility sometimes and a lack of volume, you can see these sort of stop hunting type days. We have this range in here. You can see a lot of the times what you think is going to happen will start just doing this. And then, you know, you're stuck in down draw for the day. Not a whole lot happens anymore on the indices past this 9:15 Pacific time, 12:15 New York time. So they shut the algorithm off and go for lunch, right? So very low probable trades as well. Do they happen and do they work out? Yeah, they do, but they're few and far between in my data. Just by the way price is moving, you can tell it's not in a hurry to go anywhere. Volume is drying up. This is showing you a sign, right? To not trade past this time. I mean, for us to come down into this gap here and cross the 50 in 13 minutes and 13 candles, I doubt it. Unless we get some God candles happening here. So we got, where are we today? The 19th of May. So we got another less than 2 weeks of May price action. April, May is banger. This week is off to a bad start. That's the way it works sometimes. But then after that, we start getting into June, July price action when the markets start drying up volume wise. There's still some really good opportunities. That's a lot of stuff we'll go through, how we stay on the trends, right? And we start looking for less liquidity sweeps because they actually just happen less. They don't happen as much, the sweeps, especially like, might take 2 weeks to get a sweep, week and a half. So like on the 1 hour, right, time frame. So we end up staying on trend and taking a lot of on trend trades where we're hopping into the trend, right? And we lower our target to a 1 to 2, right? So if it was a 15-point stop loss to the short-term low, then we look for 30 points. Same amount of money risk each time. But I found that in the summer, like that's the sweet spot, is just going for a 1 to 2. Or 1 to 7, 1 to 8 season is over. 1 to 5s constantly. So, not much to see here. I'll let the stream run until 9:15. I'm gonna do a recap video. So, we called Tuesday's trade loss recap, and we're gonna discuss where price actually ends up going. Why I was looking for the buy today, etc. So when you're, like I said a while ago, when you're trying to get into a buy up here, like we were, yes, that trade could have went quite possibly, but it didn't, and it wanted to come back down to here, what it's doing right now. That's why I have an arrow here. I knew it, called it. We're trying to get in here to not miss the trade at half leverage, and then, if we have to, we get in down here off the next cross, right? In a time fashion. Now, is this going to smash off this and just take off one way fast? That's what we're going to wait around to see. For those that are wondering why I just called the order block tap and how it did this right here, this just moved off my call. I drew the box in before it did this, before it even came there. That just paid out 100, 110, 112 points, and I called it right there. Why I don't take it? Like, why don't I, if I know it's going to do that? It's just not part of my strategy. It's not part of my mechanical edge to take off 1 minute order blocks, even though the trends are technically, micro trends are down. And they're not down because the EMA cross of the 50, 20, and the 15 minutes say they are. That's not how it works. We're trading below the 200 on 2 time frames. So, prices have returned exactly where I said it was going to be. Going back to, we took a half hit getting in. Let's just see how it reacts off this 5 minute bullish gap. Beautiful consequent encroachment. Candle respected it completely on that candle. So funny because like that's just what I wanted to happen this morning in the first AM macro. I was looking for a buy right here. I was like, oh god, it's not coming back, right? Am I going to take it when it crosses over the 50 within the end of the macro? No. I would wait for a cross in this scenario. Reason why we wouldn't take the cross the 50 here is this high probability bearish order block right in here. I need to see price clear that. Not going to happen before the end of the macro. We might get a double redistribution sweep down in here. So I'll show you one more time on the 15-minute. So it makes sense. So for those of you that I didn't explain it to, you have this run up from yesterday here, all the way up, right? Came down, the sellers out again, right? Right here, right there, come all the way back down, grab yesterday's lows right here, inside of the 4-hour bullish gap. If there's no bullish gap here, 4-hour, whatever, I'm not taking it. I'm not interested in this being a redistribution sweep. Sitting in a 4-hour bullish gap, right? So if the entire day was that the trends remained the trend for the day, it's quite possible. That's what trends do. They like to stay in one way for the day, especially when there's no red folder news. So if this comes back down and hunts these lows right here one more time, it's either going to rebound here or it's going to take the daily previous low out, but I doubt it will do that tonight. So I will be looking for a trade in Asia. I'll set an alert right here. And I'll be looking for the sweep of this. If it happens today, I wait for one more during Asia, and this will be my buy here. If price displaces, I don't buy it off the line. I wait for a displacement on the 1 minute. Five-minute bullish gap, somewhat holding up. We don't have consequent encroachment on it. You can see the bodies of the candles here stayed above 50%. 50% is where the writing is. I mean, mind you, I know it's not over yet. Look at that, eh? It's looking like we respected this bullish gap the entire time. We're right at the end of the macro here, the 3rd AM macro of New York. So I'm no longer gonna place any trades. I'm gonna stick to my rules. Hard rules, by the way. I mean that. I'm getting messages. They're gonna take the buy. No. Oh, day's over for me. There was a time where I chased price, right? There was a time where it's like I could see this trade brewing. I knew it was going to come back to here today, right? And at this point, let me tell you something. Past 9:15, everything becomes unpredictable. Like you just really don't know. This could come back down, take the lows one more time, consolidate, go up, take the lows one more time, go up. Like it becomes a mess. So this is why 9:15 is the cutoff. That's my personal cutoff. And the reason why is because I've taken hits before in the past, but I actually backtest and have the data on that. And then not only do I have the data in books, I run the OHL data through AI, and I can accumulate AI data as well and tell you that it's not worth it. That could change at one point, but like you only need the first 3. So like you don't really know that days like this are going to happen, right? So you have a beautiful trade here this morning, redistribution sweep in the, right in the 4-hour bullish gap. It's such a money trade, right? And it put this weak play out that didn't take. There was no displacement here on this bullish gap, right? There's no displacement over the highs. It finally starts to displace and let go and never comes back. And when does it come back? Ironically enough, right at 9:10, which is technically the end of the macro in the ICT world. I use the 15 quarter after method, just giving myself 5 minutes on both sides. And this is when it comes back, puts out multiple fake outs, right? And then now it wants to go. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles today, right? That's just the way it is. We never want to chase price and be too cocky and convinced. Once again, our job is never to predict. Never ever try to be like I'm not predicting when I say all this. This is based off my smart money concept model, right? So if it's wrong, it's wrong, right? Like it doesn't really matter. But you can see it'd be interesting to stay on the live stream to just to showcase what this is going to do. But what I can do is make a recap video on this day for anybody that sat on the live stream that wants to see where it wants to go, or pay attention to your charts, right? Watch where this thing goes for the rest of the day. Price needs to rebalance. So the discount is down here. It came up into it here, right? Yesterday. It needs to rebalance itself in this 4-hour high time frame bullish gap. It needs to seek liquidity, okay, which it did right here where it says free distribution, right here. Then we don't know on the way up it's going to be a catastrophe on the way up, right? Taking a bunch of stops on the way up, right? Not letting us in, etc., etc. But this is how it works. And now, I'm not saying it has to happen tonight or today in New York, or maybe not even in Asia. Maybe it happens in London of tonight, right? And it wants to come up and it's going to target this daily previous high in this daily bearish gap. Mark my words on it. This word's going tonight to New York, to early New York tomorrow. Okay? So let's end the feed and do a trade recap called Tuesday's trade. And I'll make it Wednesday night. And we'll go back and we'll discuss it one more time. Basically, You just need to see it over and over and over again happening, that relationship between the premium, the discount, seeking fair value. It's the way the markets move. It's the way orders are actually booked on the actual exchange. It's the relationship between the dealers and the market makers. The market makers are the dealers, sorry, the institutional banks, right? The institutional banks drive the market right here. See, this is the institutional bank driving the market up, creating multiple fair value in here. Okay. And then the dealers don't have any buy chits left, and they have to basically, they're like an auction dealer. They need to suck the price back into fair value. So in this case, it's down in here, right? On a low time frame, they suck it back into here. And how they suck it back is they remove their pending orders, they create vacuums in the market. Same thing they did here on a bit higher of a time frame. They drove the market up from the daily previous low here. They pushed it up heavy into a premium. They left a 4-hour bullish gap in here. Price that sucked back into the discount needs to seek fair value. See how it seeked it here with the wick? The body did not close over it. It's offering a, that's why it's called a fair value gap. The market is now offering you fair value. It's offering you sellers and buyers at this point. If they just keep going buys, it's all buys and no sells. And the way the dealers actually get paid at the end of the day isn't how the market moves. It's equal buyers to sellers, which is the bid and the ask. They get the difference between the bid and the ask, which is the spread. And that's how they make their money. If they give all buys left, they have no sells left to give. So they suck the market back into fair value here. And this, I can show you happening over and over and over and over again. And do things like this happen right here where, like, you know, even if you bought an options contract this morning down here, you didn't do too well because of this. Like, you don't know that this is going to happen, right? Like, it's just the hit you take in trading. It's designed to get you to FOMO back in. Look once, not twice, but 3 times to stop the lows out here. 2, once, twice, 3 times. Right? We'll end the feed there. We'll make Tuesday's trade recap as soon as I can. So we'll talk to you next time.